fourth-year head coach Keith Loftus and assistant coach Justin Patterson. For the Greyhounds, number 7, Patrick O'Brien.
Live from Darcy Field in Rockville Center, New York, it's time for NCAA Division II Men's Lacrosse. Today's matchup features an interconference bout between the visiting Assumption College Greyhounds of the Northeast 10 Conference and your Molloy College Lions of the East Coast Conference. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Hutter, and welcome to opening day here of the 2016 season. Assumption comes in ranked 7th out of the 12 teams in the Northeast 10 Conference, coming off of a 9-8 overall season in 2015. That ties a program record for wins in a single season, those 9, and they were 6-5 in any 10 play. And the Lions, coming off of a pretty impressive 11-4 season, including a 5-3 mark in ECC play, ranked preseason number 6 out of the 9 teams in the ECC here in 2016. Without further ado, bring you the starting lineups. First for the visiting Assumption Greyhounds, the attacking unit consists of number 7, Patrick O'Brien, the sophomore attackman out of Oyster Bay, New York. Number 31, Travis Reed, the freshman out of Raynham, Massachusetts. And number 34, Dan Farrell, another freshman out of Norwood, Massachusetts. The midfielders are a group that starts with Nick Guarino, the senior. Where's the number 16? Number 20, TJ McNicholas, the 5'11 junior of Newton, Massachusetts. The long stick midfielders, number 10, Cameron Murphy, the senior, the 6'4", 195 product out of Walpole, Massachusetts. The defensive unit is number 12, Jack Drapeau, the junior from Westford, Mass. Wears the number 12. Number 21, Tim Halley, the freshman out of Shrewsbury, Mass. Number 26, Ryan O'Connor, the freshman out of Smithtown, New York, right here on Long Island. And the goalkeeper is a freshman. Wears the number 40, 6 foot, 188 pounder. It's Colby Hamway, and he is from West Yarmouth, Mass. The visiting Greyhounds are coached by Keith Loftus. He is in his 4th season with the program. And the Molloy Lions, now their starting lineup goes as follows. The lone attackman on today's starting lineup is Connor Slane, the junior, 5'7", wears the number 26 out of North Babylon, New York. A large midfielding core, Frank Shula, the junior, 5'8", out of Rocky Point, New York. He wears the number 1. Number 2, Kevin Tereski, the senior midfielder, 5'11", out of South Huntington, New York. Number 22, Tom Grafe, the senior out of New Hyde Park. And number 24, John Camposa, junior out of Syosset, New York. Austin Valenti also wears the number 28. He is part of the midfield unit, 5'5", senior out of Baldwin. The long stick midi is number 43, Zach Antonetti, and number 9, Dan Grebe from Farmingville, New York. The back line has number 19, Mike Durkin, the freshman out of Lake Grove, and number 97, the sophomore, Jaron Greenidge from Flanders, New York, the Brevard College transfer down in North Carolina. The goalkeeper is sophomore Ryan Toomey, wears the number 12 out of Hicksville, New York. And the Molloy Lions are coached by Barney Dell'Aquila, and he is in his 1st season at the helm here with the Lions. After serving as an assistant since 2013, he now takes over as the head man. As we get set at the X, it'll be Frank Shula, and it's Nick Guarino, one of the top returning players, won 55.8% of his draws a season ago, 197 of 353. He is also a second team All-New England honors for his strong play. Ranked 4th in the conference, led the Greyhounds a season ago with 76 ground balls. Again, this is his senior campaign. Guarino expected to try and get a lot of possessions for this very young Assumption College team. The officials are ready, and we are underway here as they fight for it. And a violation whistled there. It'll be Molloy possession, as that's number 28, Austin Valenti. Now swinging it around. That's Grafe. Holding. Now it's far side. That's Tereski, as he takes it behind cage now and gives way to number 24, John Camposa. Now near side, that's number 76, Peter Clark. And they go back up top. Looking to drive in is Grafe. Gives way behind Cage. Valenti. Or Slane, excuse me, as they get a shot off from number 76, Peter Clark, the senior from Rockville Center, the hometown kid. Shot goes wide. It'll be Molloy possession, as I believe it was Tereski closest to the ball when it went out. As he controls now. Looks for and finds Valenti, who goes up top for Grafe, who looks to drive around that right side and now gives it off to Camposa behind Cage, as Camposa looking to spin around. And he is defended well by Drapo. Jack Drapo, the junior, 5'10", 170-pounder. Again, Westford, Massachusetts product. Very nice day here in Rockville Center as the errant pass is turned over and a ground ball picked up by the keeper, the freshman Colby Hamway, as Assumption looks to outlet here. On the ride, Assumption. And it's a turnover. Really good job defensively by Molloy. It's Slane with it. A long shot and the stop by the freshman Hamway. As Molloy, a really good job there, forcing the turnover. As another deflected pass, that one by Tereski. So Molloy all over, hounding the Greyhounds, as they have not been able to really clear the ball. As now they try and set up the offense. Travis Reed looks far side for Matisoff. That's Dan Matisoff, another sophomore. Two very young teams here. That is the theme today. As good defense by Molloy. That's Munisteri, who is the team's leading returning scorer, had 9 goals and 2 assists, just 11 points last year. Where's the number 14? But he is the big attacking option, as that's a goal. Dan Farrell, the freshman from Norwood, Mass, gets his first collegiate goal, and Assumption takes an early 1-0 lead here, 12:39 on the clock here in the first. So Farrell gets the goal. The assist goes to Munisteri. He had just 2 all of last year, but that is a good sign for Assumption, as you'd expect Munisteri will have a large role offensively this season. Assumption lost its top 6 scorers from a season ago, and they returned 17 players total from last year's roster, but really not sure what they're going to get offensively. Also have a freshman goalkeeper, as Molloy will win possession here. And it's picked up by Kelly, Casey Kelly, the sophomore out of Rockville Center as well. A couple of Rockville Center natives on this team that plays in the same town. Now behind Cage, it's Camposa. Camposa spinning around, looking for some room. A shot there from an awkward angle, and it goes out of play, and it will be Molloy possession here. Casey Kelly to resume on the restart. That's Mike Schuer. As a shot in the goal. That's Kevin Tereski getting his first point of the season. It's 1-1. Molloy knots things up here with 11:53 to play in the first. Molloy returns 20 players from last year's team, but without their top 2 scorers in Joe Leonard and Tom Engelhart, who accounted for almost half of the team's total offense, 143 of the team's 302 points. And it's a good sign there for an early goal by Tereski. As the draw is controlled by Molloy. It's Valenti coming away with it. If you take a look at Molloy's roster, as this is a long shot and a goal. That's Grafe, putting Molloy up early here with just under 4 minutes gone by in the first. 2-1 Lions, as back-to-back quick strikes for Molloy give them the early advantage. Peter Clark, the senior and Rockville Center native, probably will be looked upon this season to step up in a rather big way for the Lions offense. Had 26 goals in 2015. He also had 8 assists and was named an All-ECC second-team member. He ranked 3rd on Molloy in points a season ago. So Molloy lost their top 2 scorers, but have their 3rd, their 4th, and their 6th leading scorers back this year, with Austin Valenti, the 4th leading scorer, had 10 goals and 13 assists a year ago, and Kevin Tereski, 13 goals and 6 assists as he gets his first of the season here. So Tereski and Grafe with the 2 goals, leading to the early Lions lead. As Assumption setting up the offense. Travis Reed now swinging it along the far side. That is Connor Munisteri. Molloy again in their home whites with the maroon numbering and lettering, the black trim. Traveling from right to left on your computer screens here in the first. As the shot by number 14, Connor Munisteri, goes high. Assumption in their road blues with the white numbering and lettering and the almost silver gray trim. As that's Munisteri giving way to sophomore Dan Matisoff, looking to put some one-on-one moves on. And they go back behind cage to O'Brien. Has some good defense there. That was Mike Durkin. As Assumption with a low shot. That one's blocked. That was Munisteri again. They're trying to set him up in the slot area as they swing it back around. Number 46, Aiden Murphy, looks far side. And a good save there by the goalkeeper, Ryan Toomey. But another possession for Assumption here as Molloy can't get possession back. Now Munisteri switching hands, dodging past Anthony Rowland. And that's number 34 with the shot. That's Farrell again, the freshman. He hits the post. It goes out of play. It will remain Assumption possession here. 9:25 on the game clock here in the first. Murphy with it, up near midfield, as he gets hacked by Grebe, and now behind the cage. Now near side. Matisoff looks far side as they try to wiggle their way in. A shot and a save. The shot coming from Murphy. Another good stop by the goalkeeper, Ryan Toomey. Just a sophomore, but showing he has some good shot-stopping ability here early in the first. As a turnover there, good job by the Molloy defense. I believe it was caused by Durkin. And then the ground ball picked up by Grebe. As Molloy looks to outlet, an errant pass, and it's turnover. As Murphy picks up the ground ball and has it, now looks near side. A failed clearing attempt by Molloy. They forced Assumption into a few of those early on in the contest. That's far side. It's Murphy picking it up. And we will have our first penalty here today. We'll wait the word on the call.
What was the number? 9.
It'll be Grebe. 30 seconds for a push.
Yep. Molloy penalty, charge number 9, Dan Grebe. 30-second technical foul for pushing.
So we'll look to see what Assumption can do in the game's first man-up opportunity. Has a good deflection there. Has Durkin able to come away with it. And now he's looking to clear. 10 seconds left in the penalty, but it's Molloy on attack now. The long stick Durkin gives way to Tereski. As 3-2 now 1, and the penalty is over. So Molloy with a successful kill here. As Camposa with it near side. And Molloy looking to get the offense back on track here after not having the ball for the last 3 or 4 minutes. Kyle Blazo, the freshman. Or make that 76, that was Clark. As now it's far side. A pass, a really good idea from Valenti. Trying to look near side and find Slane, but could not. And a shot and a goal there. That's Peter Clark from John Camposa, and it's 3-1 Lions with 6:43 to play in the first. So Clark gets his first. The guy just mentioned a moment ago, the leading returning scorer, had 26 goals in 2015. An All-ECC second-team selection. Same 2 FBX that have been there all game. As Shula fighting for it. And it's won by Guarino. A good face-off man. As Assumption looking to set up the attack here. As they will call an infraction on that. As they'll call Shula for a hold. So Molloy going a man down again.
Got it. Yep, I heard him.
30-second penalty for Shula for the hold.
30-second technical foul for a hold.
As we resume possession here for Farrell and Assumption. Now it's Munisteri. Hidden ball trick again. Did not work the first time, but a little more room opening up here the second time they used that play. Now Munisteri. That's Matisoff. Now Munisteri. As they swing it along the outside, Murphy. Now back underneath. That's number 22. Sophomore Patrick Ward. Now up top, they find a shot. It goes high by Farrell as the penalty has concluded. So back to even play. As Ward with it. Now behind cage, it's Travis Reed. Another freshman on this team. As Munisteri, a left-handed shot goes wide. And it will remain Assumption possession. Putting some pressure here offensively are the Greyhounds. But Molloy, with fewer attacking opportunities, has done more with them. 3-1 leaders here with just over 5 minutes to play in the first. That's Munisteri again, looking to put some moves on. Swings it back behind cage. Now it's Farrell, looking outside for Matisoff, who swings it back up top for Murphy. And a shot and a save. Another good stop by the sophomore Toomey. And the ground ball is corralled by Murphy. He's been all over the field. Matisoff looks for Munisteri. Thought about a shot and then gave way to Ward, and another save by Toomey as he looks to clear. Molloy gets across the line, marked the clear successful. Another shot, a rip, and a goal. That's John Camposa, the junior midfielder, making it 4-1 Molloy, and in transition here in this game, they have been stellar, getting a lot of goals, catching Assumption on counterattacks. And just like that, 4-1 Lions here. Again, 4:20 to play in the first. Toomey has played very well in goal, and it's led to Molloy getting a couple of extra possessions and able to score on them. Credit Grebe with the assist. As the two teams fight at the X. And it's won once again by Nick Guarino, the face-off man. As this one will go out, it's a turnover. It'll be Molloy possession. As Peter Clark with it by the circle. Now Tereski looks to spin down below Cage. And now a great 1-2 from Tereski to Camposa, who gets another strike here. Back-to-back goals within 29 seconds of one another. And it's 5-1 Lions.
Molloy College goal scored by number 24, John Camposa.
A little spin move from Tereski.
Kevin Tereski.
Below Cage. And then came back up, and it is 5-1 Molloy. Timeout Greyhounds. So we'll step aside here. It's been all Lions to start here in each team's season opener in 2016. Don't go anywhere. You're tuning into this game on the Molloy Lions Sports Network. Back here at Darcy Field in Rockville Center, New York. It's 5-1 Lions, 3:51 to play in the first. Back-to-back goals by John Camposa has extended this lead for Molloy. And they've been sharing the ball well. Also, Tereski a goal and 2 assists. Camposa 2 goals and an assist. Clark with a goal. Grafe with a goal. And in Cage, Toomey has done exceptionally well. As it'll be Assumption ball here following the face-off violation.
It's like 10 seconds. That's fine. That's fine.
That's number 34, Dan Farrell. Looks back behind Cage. Haven't quite yet been able to get Munisteri involved offensively. He's not on the field right now. So they're going with a different look, seeing, again, the first game of the season, non-conference, exactly what they have this year. As this is Curcio. Mike Curcio, the freshman midfielder out of Southbury, Connecticut. Now that's near side. It's Farrell again spinning around to number 20, McNicholas. And now far side, it's Tom Graham, the senior. Graham looks behind Cage. Finds Reed, who hands it off to O'Brien. Now back up top for Graham. As Molloy's defense putting some pressure on, forcing Assumption into kind of low reward passes, but a pass inside there as driving in was Farrell, and he took the pass from McNicholas. It'll be a goal for Assumption, 5-2 Molloy. The Greyhounds with an answer.
Farrell with the assist to number 20, TJ McNicholas.
So Farrell from McNicholas with 2:26 to go in the first. So it'll be a penalty as well on Molloy. It's a 30-second infraction, or a 1-minute infraction on Durkin.
Penalty on Molloy, charge number 19, Mike Durkin. 1 minute, illegal body check.
For a body check. Is now back at the X here. And the face-off won again by Guarino. He's been very good on draws thus far. As he slides one over to the long stick, that was Murphy, who couldn't handle it, and he will now retreat. Munisteri back out there after a little breather on that last possession. It's Matisoff. Now they look near side for Reed. Now Farrell. Back up top. Munisteri. And a pass, not expecting it there, was number 46, Murphy. As the ground ball was corralled by number 34, Farrell. And a shot there and a save by Toomey. Another save for the sophomore. As that's now 5 saves for Toomey in the game, still with 1:20 to play in the first, as now Molloy looking to set up the offense. Camposa with it, spinning in front, kicks it out up top for Clark. Clark cradles.
1 minute remaining in the first period.
Under a minute to play here in the first. Back down for Tereski. The Nassau community transfer. And senior Tereski with a left-handed shot. A good save, and the keeper racing after it, the freshman Hamway, and he steals a possession back for Assumption there. Good hustle after a good save from the freshman Hamway.
Hey, Brian, is it a 10-second countdown? Yeah. Okay.
Team's back to even strength. As a pass and nearly turned over and still fighting for it. And it is. Tereski able to come away with it. 25 seconds to play as he's hounded. Turnover caused there by number 18, Dan Matisoff. And Assumption will hold in their own end here. 15 seconds to play in the first. Now it's Graham looking to race through. Has it batted away. Able to recover. 5 seconds, now 3 seconds. Graham goes behind. They look in front very quickly. And a shot and a goal! That's number 31, Travis Reed, and they will count it. The goal crossed just before the second or first whistle blew. And it's 5-3, Assumption getting the last 2 scores here, and that one hurts. With less than a second remaining, the Greyhounds make this a 2-goal game after 1 quarter of play. We'll step aside here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network when we return. Second quarter of action coming up. 5-3, Molloy leading. Back here at Darcy Field, getting set for quarter number 2 here. Molloy 5-3 leaders after the first 15 minutes of play. And it'll be Guarino and Shula again at the X here, getting set for, again, second quarter action. As those two duel and still fighting for possession here. Molloy able to come away with it. And it's number 9, Grebe, able to get it. And now Molloy's number 28, Austin Valenti, takes over. Looking to set up the offense. Now far side, that's Camposa. Taking it back behind Cage. Valenti. Bringing it back up top outside. Defended well there by number 10, Cameron Murphy. Now Valenti. Clark. Looks near side and finds Kelly. Has a little spin move there by Valenti. Can't get enough space. Now Kelly. Cross check from behind. Now Clark. Spinning near side, looking for some room, but can't find any. Good defense there by Graham. Now Clark again finds Tereski. As a shot there by Tereski. A good save there, and it'll be Molloy possession here with Camposa taking over. Now Clark swings it near side as they find Kelly. Spinning to his left. Kelly, long shot, and it goes wide there, wide to the keeper, Hamwee's left, and it'll be Molloy possession with Tereski here. Clark, back for Tereski, who has it knocked away as he tries to recover. And great defense there by number 21, Tim Halley, the 6'5" freshman out of Shrewsbury, Mass. Halley near side. And a bad pass, turned over, grabbed by Grebe. And Grebe looking to run. Grebe with the clear, and a shot in the goal. That was Camposa with the goal off the assist from Grebe, who's also been all over the field today. It was an unsuccessful clear from Assumption there off of an errant pass. So no clear credited to Molloy, but if they get the goal, that's more important. 6-3 Lions, 12:34 to play in the first half.
Molloy College goal, his third of the game, scored by number 24, John Camposa.
And for Camposa,
assisted by number
that's
9, Dan
3 goals now in the game for him. And a penalty following it. Halley called for a slash after he turned the ball over, so a 1-minute infraction. And right after the goal, Molloy goes up a man.
21 Tim Halley, 1 minute for slashing.
As an infraction there, and it'll be Assumption possession. Guarino has been deadly from the X, but his team has not really been able to do that much with the opportunities they've gotten. As now bringing it across and bringing it in is Munisteri. And there will be a timeout. Timeout called by Assumption here.
Timeout.
They're a man down. 48 seconds left on the man up. Opportunity for Molloy. 12:22 on the game clock here in the second half, or first half, excuse me, second quarter. We'll step aside here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network. As the teams return to the field, we welcome you back to Darcy Field here, adjacent to Mercy Medical Center here in Rockville Center, New York. Some snow still on the outskirts of the field, but none in the forecast. It's mid-50s here on Saturday, February 20th. Opening day for Molloy and Assumption. And it's been pretty much all Lions so far, 6-3 leaders, as it will be Assumption possession with number 34, Dan Farrell, with it, as he gives way to Reed. Now Reed behind cage, defended there by number 43, Zach Antonetti. Reed with a spin. Not much movement offensively by Assumption really at all. Still trying to kill this penalty with 5 seconds to go on it. Now 3. And we are back to even manpower on the field. Reed now back behind for Farrell. Looking near side. Graham swings one up top for number 20, McNicholas. And McNicholas looking for some space. Nearly has it knocked away. Kicks it back out for Graham. Now near side, that's O'Brien. Back up for Graham. Slings one down low. Now O'Brien with it near side. Has a pass all the way up top. Two players tied up at midfield. It will be Molloy possession. Back by midfield as Tereski will allow the restart to be taken by Grafe. Now Tereski. That's Kelly as he finds Clark, who is the quote-unquote quarterback of this unit, and he's a shot stopped by the freshman Hamwee. As a ground ball taken by Halley, a successful clear from the Greyhounds. So we'll take a look at some of the team stats for these two teams. Molloy 3 of 4 on clears. Assumption now 3 of 5. Each team with 5 face-offs won. Assumption a slight edge in ground balls. Also have turned the ball over 6 times to Molloy's 4. And really it's been the story of some timely offense and some great goalkeeping by Ryan Toomey, the sophomore, has 5 saves through a quarter and a third. As defensively, that's Durkin. A good job there, and then he's whistled for a violation as the restart is taken by O'Brien. O'Brien up top has it knocked away, and it goes out. So it will be Molloy possession here and taking it. Here's number 24, Camposa. He's got 3 goals, already a hat trick to his name. Still 9.5 to play in the second quarter. Valenti gives way to Clark. Clark. That's Sure. Now near side. Valenti. Back behind cage for Slane. Now Tereski. Stick check a couple times, but he's able to spin and score. Kevin Tereski makes it 7-3 Lions. 8:59 to play in the first half. Molloy really getting some good possessions worked on offense and exploiting some weaknesses early on here in the Assumption defense.
Molloy goal scored by number 2, Kevin Tereski.
So Molloy, maybe not with more time on attack, but certainly with the better of chances here thus far. Again, a pretty young back line for Assumption. A lot of freshmen on this team as a whole. And not only on the team, but in the starting lineup. Has a 30-second violation on Shula there off the hold on the draw. 2 officials threw flags on the play. So Garino, another good job by him.
Molloy penalty on number 1, Frank Shula. 30-second technical foul. Illegal procedure.
So Farrell resets now as Assumption looks to climb back into this game. A man up. As they swing the ball along the perimeter. And they find an open man, a great cut and a goal there by Munisteri. And the assist from number 12, Drapeau. Or excuse me, Patrick Ward there. Ward credited with the assist. And it's 7-4.
Assumption goal by number 14, Connor Munisteri. It's a man-up goal.
So this time Molloy able to win the draw following an infraction. As Tereski back behind cage. Gives way to Camposa. Now Clark. Tereski back behind cage again as he finds Camposa. Now they look to swing it up top. This is Shure. And now back behind. Clark for Valenti. Valenti. Now Slane. For sure. As he spins, cradles, and gives way to Tereski, who looks up top for Clark. But his pass is a bit ambitious, and it will go out of play. So Assumption will take over here with 7:23 to play in the second quarter. They trail by 3. But a golden opportunity again to make this one a close contest. If they can cut this deficit to 2 or even 1 by halftime, would be a successful job by them. Now Munisteri with it as he gives way to Matisoff, who looks behind cage. Assumption's offense has been eating up some time for certain, and has been effective at times. As I thought about a deep shot there and then pulled back, and this shot is stopped. Bounced back toward the line. I believe it might have even hit the post, but it spun back into play. Toomey might have gotten a piece of it. As quickly Molloy has been dangerous in the transition game. As a flag now out on the field, will be a penalty on Assumption next whistle we get here. As Valenti spins around, a shot from an errant angle, and actually blocked by Tereski. Was labeled for the top corner, but I think Tereski thought it was a pass. As a shot goes wide, another penalty. So 2 flags on the same play as Molloy maintains possession here. I believe the penalties will go on Curcio and Munisteri. As we will see, 2 infractions on 1 play, though. There's a cross-check on the last play. So Drapeau is called for a 30-second push. And now the second foul. We'll get word on that in a second.
And then 46 blue, illegal procedure.
And also Aiden Murphy
30 seconds.
called for a 30-second violation. So Molloy now 2 men up here for 30 seconds.
Penalties on assumption. First to number 12, Jack Trapow, 30 seconds for pushing. A penalty on assumption to number 46, Aiden Murphy. 30-second technical foul for illegal procedure.
So you have to think the Lions certainly look to take advantage of this. As Clark. That's a shot and a save there by the freshman keeper who's able to trap it. Hamway is able to save it and then pick it up. And it will stay Molloy possession here after the turnover by Stanton, the freshman defender. As the penalty, both of them are over. And Assumption back with possession here after the takeaway by McNicholas as he looks to clear. Gets knocked down, maintains possession of the ball. The clear is successful. Graham with it. Under 5 minutes to go here, second quarter. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon, opening day on the MolloyLions.com. Far side Farrell. So he gets whacked in the face, and a flag then comes out after the second hit. And it'll be Valenti. We'll look to see what the call is. It'll be a hold.
Number 28, Austin Valenti, 30-second technical foul for holding.
So Molloy could not take advantage of their last man-up opportunity. And we'll see if Assumption can do the opposite and maybe score here. 15 remaining on the penalty. Now Murphy with it up top. They look far side. A shot and a save. Molloy looking to clear. And getting the ball and then getting tripped. That was number 97, Greenidge, and then that was a shot that went high off the crossbar, I believe. 3:52 to play. Assumption putting some heavy pressure on the Lions here. As Farrell slings one up top for Murphy. Now Munisteri. Munisteri brings it back up top for Murphy. Around, a shot, and a good save there by the freshman once again, Hamway, as we tick down under 2 minutes to play here in the first half at Darcy Field. As nice of a Saturday afternoon as you could ask for here in February. As a shot and a save by the freshman. That shot from Toreski, and the ground ball picked up by Halley. As the freshman Hamway has really been impressive here in the second quarter. Now has 7 saves in the game. And the clear is successful. McNicholas now. And we have an even 1 minute to go in the first half. As Munisteri, hounded by Clark, gives way and just looking for O'Brien, and a good job defensively. And now the ball stolen away. A shot and a goal. That's number 34, Dan Farrell, making it a 1-goal game here with 46.3 to go in the second quarter. And flags fly after the goal.
Assumption goal, number 34, Dan Farrell.
So Farrell with the goal. The goalkeeper
36, unnecessary roughness, 1 minute.
not happy about it, to me, as it's a 1-minute penalty now on, I believe, Clark.
Molloy penalty on number 76.
Or it will be on Peter Clark.
Unnecessary roughness.
So, should Assumption be held scoreless here, the rest of this half, they'll actually open the third, a man up for about 14 seconds. As Reed, now near side, Munisteri. Gave way to Matisoff. Now Munisteri. A shot in the goal. Munisteri slides it inside for Ward, who's able to strike and tie the score at 7 with 21.1 to go here in the first half. It's been some penalties on Molloy, some extra man opportunities for Assumption, and the offense really working now for the Greyhounds as they knot the score up and climb back from a 4-goal deficit here in the second quarter. Four unanswered from the Greyhounds here in the second quarter. As the faceoff still being battled for and won by Assumption. Ground ball taken by Cameron Murphy. As now they're looking for the lead with 6 seconds left in the half. Pass is deflected away. And Durkin picks it up with 1, and that will do it. So we end the first half of play at 7-7. Assumption and Molloy locked in a really tight and fun contest here on opening day. When we return, we'll bring you some stats from the first half as well as second half action right here on MolloyLions.com. Fans, welcome back to Darcy Field here in Rockville Center as we get set for half number 2 here on this sunny Saturday afternoon in Rockville Center. 7-7 the score between the visiting Assumption Greyhounds and your Molloy College Lions. Take a quick look at the Jake's Steakhouse halftime numbers as the two teams battle at the X. And a clean win there by number 27 for Molloy. That's Dom Raheb. And now they look near side. Now Slane as they give way to Tereski. Now Clark. The shots favored Molloy by 1, 21-20, and they outshot Assumption 12-7 in the second quarter. As Camposa now up top for Grafe, who finds Clark. And Clark's shot is a bounce shot wide, and it will stay Molloy possession here with Slane to pick up. Slane. And a goal there. Molloy regains the lead. As it's Valenti with the goal. And just like that, 59 seconds into the third quarter, Molloy regains the lead here.
Scored by number 28, Austin Valenti.
So whatever was said at halftime worked right away. A clean face-off win, a good offensive possession, culminating in a goal. Last year, Molloy fell to LIU Post 15-7 in the first round of the ECC tournament. And the Pioneers went on to win their second straight ECC title. And they begin 2016 as the number 3 ranked team in USILA Division II poll. On the other hand, Assumption lost to Franklin Pierce 9-5 in the first round of their conference tournament, the NE10 tournament. 9-5 the score. But this Assumption team ended the regular season last year winning 5 of its final 6 games to clinch a berth to that NE10 tournament. As now Tereski for Camposa, and now near side, that was Kelly giving way up top to number 42, Anthony Rowland. Rowland still with it. Slane for Tereski. Nearly mishandled by Kelly as he's able to recover. And that pass goes back behind Cage, and it stays in play. Still fighting for it there. Molloy able to win it back. Still on the ground, actually. And the Lions eventually come away with it pretty cleanly. That's Slane racing around the near side. Slane thought about a shot, then kicks it up top for Schuer. And now it's Kelly. Kelly. That's a ripped shot, and it just goes wide by number 42, Anthony Rowland. Assumption had a 15-11 edge in ground balls in that first half. They won 8 of 14 faceoffs, with Guarino doing much of the work there. Clears, Assumption 6 of 9, not a very good percentage, and Molloy 4 of 5. As a bad pass goes out of play, it'll be a turnover by Molloy. Assumption ball here with 12:15 to play in the third quarter. Assumption did some damage on the extra man opportunity in the second quarter. 2 of 3, 2 of 6 for the half. Molloy 0 of 3 in that first half. And Assumption, however, did turn the ball over 11 times over the opening half hour of play. Has a violation there. And it'll be Molloy taking over possession. Tereski with it. Offside's the call here. Tereski. Shot and a big save by the freshman. That was Camposa on the doorstep, unable to get it to go. Now Assumption looking to set up their first offensive possession here in the third quarter. As that was Murphy looking down there for Farrell, and now behind Cage it's Reed giving way far side as they look to reset. As O'Brien slings a pass for number 18, Dan Matisoff, and now Munisteri, their main option with it. Munisteri dodges right. Back behind Cage. Pass is mishandled there by O'Brien. And a turnover. Good defense by Molloy. Good pressure by the Lions. As the turnover grabbed by Antonetti. And a pass. A good defense is another turnover. So the clear is unsuccessful for the Lions. And the Greyhounds looking to get back into it. Pass that was just bobbled a little bit, but taken by number 7, O'Brien. Now Farrell with it, holding. Looking to draw out some Molloy defenders. Reed spins the edge. And now grabbed. The shot goes way high that time from the sophomore Aiden Murphy. And Molloy closest to it. They win possession back. As we tick under 10 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Now Valenti. Little juke move there. Crosses midfield. And gets away with a successful clear. Clark looking to play field general here and set up the offense. Gives way to number 22, Grafe. Now Clark. As Molloy racing forward with it is Kelly. For Clark. Now Valenti. Back to Tereski and right inside, just inside that circle. And his shot just misses. As now it's Slane. Slane still looking for an opening. And his pass is deflected and stolen away by number 46, Murphy. Murphy looking to clear, and his clear is successful. And now dragged down, no flag thrown. As that was Valenti there, very aggressive move defensively. Now Graham. That's Munisteri with it. Munisteri kicks it back up top for Matisoff now. As Assumption really slowing things down offensively. Graham for Matisoff. Now number 21. Number 20, McNicholas looks behind Cage. Now Munisteri. Matisoff thought about a long shot. McNicholas looking for someone, and they go back behind Cage for Farrell. And now back up top, Munisteri. Good defense here by Molloy. Assumption just trying to wear them out here. A lengthy offensive possession. As Munisteri now with a shooting lane. Munisteri drives the alley and gets crushed. The ball knocked away. Ground ball picked up by number 20, McNicholas. And this one stolen away. Good defense by Molloy. As that's Durkin picking up the ground ball after getting the steal. And he's had himself a nice afternoon. Now 7:05 to play here in the third. Molloy clinging to a one-goal lead at 8-7. And a very poor pass there leads to a turnover. Ground ball picked up by number 26, Ryan O'Connor. And now back come the Greyhounds as they look for and find Matisoff. His shot, goal! Right through the legs of the sophomore goalkeeper, Toomey. And Greyhounds make the Lions pay for that turnover. And we're all tied at 8 here. 6:50 to play in the third quarter.
Assumption College goal scored by number 18, Dan Matisoff.
This has been a very tightly contested battle. Some sloppy play here from Molloy. They haven't played poor defensively, but they've turned the ball over a couple of times in the clearing game. As they call a clamping down there. And it'll be Molloy possession. Tim Steinman with it. As they give way to Clark. Clark looking to rip it with the left hand. And it goes off of Tereski just to the left of the keeper, Hamway. And has it knocked away, does Tereski. A turnover. That one's caused by number 26, O'Connor. The ground ball grabbed by number 10, Cameron Murphy. The clear successful, and now Assumption looking for a lead. And they get it. That's a shot and a goal for the Greyhounds. I believe coming by number 31. So that's Travis Reed with the assist coming from Curcio.
Assumption College goal scored by number 31, Travis Reed. From number 6, Mike Curcio.
Dom Raheb back out there for another face-off for the Lions. So Molloy, who had a 7-3 lead at one point, now find themselves trailing 9-8 with 6:08 remaining here in the third. As winning it again, Guarino been such a factor or a force at that X today. And the pass is a poor one as it gets tipped and goes out of play, and it will stay Molloy possession here. Right by midfield, 5:53 on the game clock. And we'll look to see what the call is as a couple of whistles blow on the field. The official is still discussing it. And it will stay Molloy possession here as we see the call being made. Really not sure exactly what they were disputing about. Maybe who it went off last. Now Camposa back behind. And now up top they find Valenti. Valenti, a nice move there, a shot and a goal. As it's the freshman Hamway unable to stop that one, and Molloy doing some work here, getting the goal and tying the score at 9.
Molloy goal scored by number 28, Austin Valenti.
So that's Valenti again, tying the score here. The face-off still being fought over here. Molloy, Valenti comes away with it. Under 5.5 to play, all tied up. Opening day here at Darcy Field. Molloy with this possession looking to regain the lead. Valenti kicks back and a shot goes wide off of the stick of Camposa. as Tereski looks through the snow piles on the side of the field for the ball and finds one. Tereski. Clark bowling balls through a defender or two. As a turnover then committed by the aforementioned Clark. Now it's O'Brien for Munisteri. Now Matisoff looks cross field for a pass, and a good save there by the sophomore Toomey as he's able to pick up the ground ball. Molloy's clear successful. Tereski shot saved there by the keeper, Hamwee. So again, a poor ride by Assumption leads to a transition opportunity by Molloy. And the clear is good now here by the Greyhounds. It's O'Brien. Now Matisoff near side. Now they look down below for Reed. For Farrell. Now Murphy with it. Good help defense there by number 14, Sure. Is back up top for Murphy. Murphy with a shooting lane, and it goes wide. Is the ball regained by number 34, Farrell. And Farrell loses it. And it's turned over. Good play there by the Lions' number 43, Zach Antonetti. And the Lions' clear is successful. As a shot and a goal. And a foul after the goal scored. But the goal coming by Tim Steinman here as the Lions regain the lead. It's 10-9 Molloy, 2:57 to play in the third.
That Molloy goal scored by number 7, Tim Steinman.
An unassisted goal from Steinman there gives Molloy its 10th tally of the afternoon. And a penalty called after on Cameron Murphy, the long stick midi. A 1-minute infraction. So Molloy goes right to the man up.
Assumption penalty on number 10, Cameron Murphy. 1 minute unnecessary roughness.
So Slane now, they find Kelly. Tereski for Clark. Molloy setting up the man up. Clark. As pass is deflected, now Kelly. It's Camposa. Slane. Tereski. Kelly. As Camposa rips his shot high and wide. And it'll be possession regained now by Valenti. Tereski, now Kelly. Clark. Camposa for Valenti. Now Camposa again. Not much movement from Molloy trying to swing it around the perimeter. Find a shooting lane. 5 seconds left on the penalty. And a big shot by Kelly goes high. And the penalty is over. So back to even strength here with under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. And Molloy leading 10-9 on offense. As Slane, a bounce shot. Goes high and wide. Now Valenti picks up a ground ball after a pass gets deflected. Molloy some risky passes here. Now Slane, a shot and goal for Connor Slane. It's 11-9 Molloy. Gets the bounce to sneak right under the crossbar And with 1:35 to go in the third, Molloy extends its lead to 2 here at Darcy Field.
Molloy goal scored by number 26, Connor Slade. From number 6, Casey Kelly.
As the face-off is won by Guarino. Clean win there for the Greyhounds. A pass goes high and is stolen away. That's number 97, Jaron Greenidge. And Molloy, that will go as a successful clear. Now Grafe, Valenti, now Clark, Valenti.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
Tereski. Pretty deep Molloy team. A lot of different offensive options we've seen here today. And if that's something that they can continue to get this season, you'd have to think it would mean good things. As Clark slings one, a shot, a save there. And the ground ball taken by the keeper. Hamwee as they look to clear. Molloy, great job trying to force a turnover, and they do. Slane with it now gets knocked out of bounds. And it will go as Assumption possession here. So a couple of turnovers each way. A failed clear by the Greyhounds, and then Molloy with this turnover, and then a steal back by Assumption with 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Pass goes Orion just swinging it back into Assumption's area with 2 seconds and 1, and that is how the third quarter will come to an end. 11-9 Lions through 3 quarters of play here. And we'll step aside here on the Molloy Lions Sports Network. We'll bring you the fourth quarter of action, the fourth and final frame here on opening day, coming up next. Fans, welcome back here at Darcy Field. I'm Joe Hutter. Thanks for joining me today on MolloyLions.com for opening day action between Molloy and Assumption. The Lions with an 11-9 lead through 45 minutes of play. Final quarter coming up now. The 2 players at the X, Guarino and Raheb. And it is being battled for now as Valenti there. And a trip, but nothing called, as it looked like Grebe got taken away. It'll be Assumption possession. So the ground ball goes to 16, I believe. Or went out of bounds. So Assumption just gains possession through that. As Reed. Up top for Matisoff. Munisteri. Now Munisteri trying to find his way through. Shot goes high. And Molloy, a good job defensively to block the pass out of play. But Reed will take over here with just about 50 seconds gone by here in the fourth. As a turnover force there, ground ball collected by Antonetti. And Molloy looking to clear, and they do so successfully. Tereski holding play up for a couple of other players. Now Valenti. Far side for Camposa, shot high, and it will stay Molloy possession here. Now Valenti. Clark, now Tereski sliding around a screen. Grafe. As Clark shot, good save there. Tried to go 5-hole. Ball still bouncing around within the circle, and it's eventually corralled by the keeper, Hamway, and now Assumption looks to clear. With O'Connor, the clear is successful. Now Murphy, as he gives way to Munisteri with it. As Farrell gives it up to Graham, and now feeding one near side. That was McNicholas, but back up from Murphy, who looks for Graham again. Graham driving in, passes deflected away. Reed recovers. Good job by Durkin to make his presence known. As Murphy. And now McNicholas has it knocked away. Good job by Molloy here. And the ball is just given back. That was Villaro, Jake Villaro, who couldn't handle it, but now nonetheless Molloy able to come away with it successfully. And then a pass from Clark to Camposa is no good. And Molloy here with a chance to not only clear the ball and maintain some possession in the offensive area, turns the ball over and loses an opportunity to chew up some precious minutes here in the fourth quarter. There's a long pass from the keeper, Hamway, and that will go as a successful clear. As the pass is deflected away, fighting for it is O'Brien as he takes it. O'Brien near side in front of us. Gives way to Curcio. Just over 11 minutes to play, fourth quarter. Molloy 11, Assumption 9 here on MolloyLions.com. Now it's Curcio as he drives in and gets knocked away by a couple of Molloy players, but nonetheless it's O'Brien coming to the rescue, and then an errant pass as Durkin again, and the ball eventually picked up, the ground ball by Greenidge. And now it's the keeper, Toomey, with it, and another bad pass. Molloy can't get out of their own way here in the fourth quarter. Every time they grab a turnover and win possession back, they just give it right away. So Assumption will clear some space for offense. Munisteri as he drives to his left. Quick pass there for Curcio. Shot gets behind the keeper, Toomey, but he's able to collect. And we'll look to see what Molloy can do here with it with under 10 to play in the final frame. Valenti. As he clears. Schuer looks far side, now behind Cage for number 26, Slane. As Molloy playing catch with it. Valenti. As it's Schuer with possession here, just eating some clock. 9:10 now to play. 2-goal lead, Lions. Next goal you'd have to think is probably the most important one of the game. Either Molloy takes a 3-goal lead, or Assumption gets momentum back and brings the game to within 1. And you'd think with 9 minutes or less left, 3 goals with the way this game has gone should be enough if Molloy can play pretty well defensively as they have through much of today's contest, enough to win. As Tereski, a stall warning issued now. Molloy must get a shot off, and they do. And the shot goes wide by number 24, Camposa. Kelly swings it up top for Rowland, who looks down low. Tereski back behind Cage for Camposa. Kelly, now 22, that's Grafe. Along the near side, back for Slane. Now Tereski. Tereski spin move. And his pass is deflected away and stolen by number 1, Graham. As Graham looks to run forward with it. A lot of space. Molloy's ride not very good here, as a pretty successful clear with ease by the Greyhounds, but still time dwindling down. 7:35 to play. Matisoff looks behind Cage. Now Reed. A little spin move around Durkin there. A shot and a goal. That one coming from number 46, Aiden Murphy. And the game is now just a 1-goal lead for Molloy, 11-10 here, with just over 7 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Number 46, Aiden Murphy, assisted by number 31, Travis Reed.
So the two will do battle again at the face-off X. And a violation there, so Guarino able to win. As Curcio with it. Farrell. Now back for Reed. Just a 1-goal game here. Very exciting start to the season for these two teams. One of them will come away with a victory. Another goal, back-to-back goals as Reed gets involved in the action here. And we're all tied at 11 with 6:40 to play in the fourth quarter.
Assumption College goal scored by number 31, Travis Reed. For number 14, Connor Monasteri.
So Monasteri gets the assist. Reed now with, I believe, 4 goals in the game and also 2 assists. Farrell has 3 for Assumption. And a couple of other players with 1 each. And Monasteri, Matisoff, Ward with 1, and Murphy with 1. For Molloy, their leaders. 3 for Camposa and an assist, 2 for Valenti. 1 for Clark, 1 for Slane as a violation at the X. 1 for Grafe, 1 for Steinman, also 2 for Tereski, as he has 2 assists for 4 points on the day. So a helmet adjustment here as Raheb is given a second on the field to readjust his straps. Little halt in action here.
When
11 all the score, 6:33 on the clock. And they will redraw. So Shula back in for the draw as he and Guarino fight it out. Guarino comes away with the win. A flag is thrown as well. So this could be a... to see who it's on. So it'll be Guarino illegal procedure on the draw. 30-second man-up chance here for Molloy. You'd have to think this is the time, if there is one, to try and get that go-ahead goal. Slane. Valenti near side. That was Clark for Tereski. Now Kelly. Camposa. As they look inside, and it's turned over. An errant pass. And the clear following the turnover and ground ball for number 20, McNicholas, was good. And then he throws just an awful pass to Reed. And turns the ball over again to give Molloy possession back here, but the penalty is over, so back to even strength. As the keeper, Toomey, with it. As he gives way to a defender. Number 43, Antonetti, is now Toomey, looks near side for Durkin. As Durkin still has not cleared, and now the clear is successful by Valenti. And timeout call by Molloy. So with 5:24 remaining here in the fourth, and an 11-11 game, we'll step aside here. You're tuning into this game on MolloyLions.com. As we're back here at Darcy Field for the final 5:24 of play. The two teams rejoin the action here as we get set to resume play. It was a timeout by Molloy just as they were able to successfully clear the ball. as it's number 22, Grafe, looking back behind for Camposa. Now Valenti. Now Tereski. And a shot by Clark goes wide. He gets hit right as he shoots, and Camposa the closest to it to keep possession for Molloy as we tick under 5 minutes to go here in the fourth stanza. Valenti rolling around, a screen set there by Tereski up top as he is able to handle a tough pass. Grafe, 4:30 on the game clock. Grafe spins. And a pass just pops out of Camposa's stick as he's able to regain control. And then he gets hit from behind and stolen away. Turnover forced by number 12, Jack Drapeau. And then ground ball picked up by number 20, TJ McNicholas. As the clear is good, and then a bit of few errant passes lead to a turnover on the other end by the Greyhounds, and now Molloy is able to clear. A hack there. Tereski maintains control. Being hounded there by number 26, Ryan O'Connor. Now Tereski, a spin move, 3:35 to play. Valenti up top. This one could come down to who wants it more, who wants it last. All tied up at 11. With Camposa. And now Clark. Clark, left-handed shot, got it! Peter Clark gives Molloy the lead back at 12-11 with 3:10 to play here in the fourth quarter. Just an absolute snipe by Peter Clark.
By number 76, Peter Clark.
Back at the face-off X here, Guarino. Guarino with able to maintain possession, win the face-off. And timeout called by Assumption here. We'll step aside. 12-11 Molloy, 3:03 left in the fourth quarter right here on MolloyLions.com. (12-11) Molloy here at Darcy Field. 3:03 on the game clock here in the fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us here on MolloyLions.com. It will be Assumption ball as Munisteri on the restart. Now we're under 3 to play. Near corner, it's Reed. Going back behind cage and up top, a shot and a goal. A rising shot that time from Dan Farrell. And the play coming right out of the timeout works. We're all tied at 12, 2:48 to go here in the final quarter.
Assumption College goals scored by number 34, Dan Farrell. Assisted by number 31, Travis Reed.
As they do battle at the X, Guarino again is able to help Assumption win the battle. Number 20, McNicholas with it. As that was Grebe, forces a poor pass and a turnover. Molloy ball here with 2:31 to go. As they look to clear, it's Durkin with it. Durkin for Valenti. Valenti looks for and finds Antonetti, who gives way to Kelly. And Kelly able to clear it. That's Tereski, who pulls it back out. A little spin dodge. Now Camposa for Clark here, under 2 to play, fourth quarter. Now Valenti. Tereski. Tereski spins around, and they kick it up top for Kelly. And this is a shot and a goal! That's Camposa with the goal. The assist by Peter Clark. And it's 13-12 Molloy with 1:33 to play here in the final quarter.
Molloy goal scored by number 24, John Camposa. From number 76, Peter Clark.
So it's Raheb and Guarino at the X. And Molloy fighting for it. And they'll say it was a hold and a foul on Guarino. So Molloy now goes up a man for 30 seconds after the infraction. With just a minute 27 to play, they'll have the ball and the 1-goal lead. As they'll have Valenti restart from right at midfield.
Number 16, Nick Guarino. 30-second technical foul. Illegal procedure.
Clark. Now they look down. Back up top for Clark. Now Valenti. Valenti near side for Kelly. Valenti. Clark. Camposa. Slane.
1 minute to play in the fourth quarter.
And we're under a minute to play in the final quarter. Valenti, penalty has expired. Back to even strength with under 50 seconds to go. Tereski with the ball. Molloy just wants to eat the final few seconds up, and they will have a timeout called.
Timeout.
With 44 seconds to play, 13-12, the score. The Lions just trying to hang on here and ensure an opening day victory here in 2016. We'll step aside on the MolloyLions.com. The teams step back out onto the field here. 44 seconds even to play. 13-12 Lions over the Greyhounds. Looking for success here on opening day. It will be Molloy possession here following the timeout. Tereski to take. As Tereski, a little spin move. Defended well. Tereski trying to hold on here. He gets hit in the face. Nothing called, and he throws the ball away. Taken by number 10, Cameron Murphy, the long stick, looking to clear now. And good stick control by Murphy. Still not over the line. Now he is. 20 seconds to go. Timeout Assumption. And now they can hold for the final possession here, needing a goal. Again, 21 seconds even on the clock here in the fourth. We'll step aside on MolloyLions.com. (13-12) Molloy needs one final defensive stand to ensure a win here on opening day. A very sunny and what has been very pleasant couple of hours of lacrosse here. It'll be Assumption possession after a successful clear by them. Now under 20 seconds to play. Rolling around with it. That's Murphy. It gives way to Matistov. Now Munisteri. 10 seconds to go. Munisteri, a spin move. Across field pass. A shot goes wide that time with 3.2 left on the clock. That was by Murphy. And they'll reset 3 seconds. The officials pointing down where the ball should be. And they restart it. 2, now 1. And that is how time will expire. Molloy comes away with a win here on opening day, 13-12. A big victory over Assumption, a team they defeated last year up in Massachusetts. They come away with a win here this afternoon to improve to 1-0 here in the season of 2016. We'll step aside. We'll be back with the Holiday Inn Express Rockville Center Limbrook post-game stats on the other side of the break. 13-12 Molloy victorious on opening day. Back here at Darcy Field for one final time here this afternoon. We'll break down the final stats of this 13-12 Molloy victory over Assumption. Again, Molloy improving to 1-0, Assumption falling to 0-1 in this very pleasant playing conditions on this Saturday afternoon in mid-February. Some of the leaders in goals: Travis Reed had 4 for Assumption, John Camposa 4 for Molloy, Dan Farrell also with 4 for the Greyhounds, and a couple of other players with 1 apiece. Kevin Tereski had 2, Peter Clark had 2, as did Austin Valenti, so a lot of balanced scoring for Molloy here this afternoon. Connor Munisteri had 4 assists for Assumption. Dan Grebe, Tereski had 2 assists apiece for Molloy. The final shot numbers 42-31 in favor of Molloy, 26 ground balls apiece between the two teams. Assumption had 6 face-off violations, Molloy just 4 face-offs for the game. Assumption won 14 of 26, but did not clear the ball well. 17 of 22, Molloy just 13 of 18, so each team having trouble in that area. Extra man opportunities, Molloy was 0 of 6, Assumption 2 of 6, and the Assumption freshman goalkeeper Colby Hamwee came away with 11 saves. Ryan Toomey 8 for the Lions. Molloy winners here on opening day. John Camposa with 4 goals, getting the final one with 1:32 to play in the fourth to end his afternoon and ensure a victory for Molloy here today. Next action for the Lions, 1 week from today, a 12 p.m. start against Wheeling Jesuit. That's Saturday, February 27th, noon, right here at Darcy Field in Rockville Center. Everyone, I'm Joe Hutter. Thanks for tuning in this afternoon, and we'll see you next time on MolloyLions.com.